Sandra, welcome to another episode of Asexualise, my asexual life. This is supposed to be for education about asexuality, all things asexualise, showing my asexual life journey, order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that great big subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. In a moment, I'm going to be reviewing a movie called Fame. But first of all, if you didn't know who I am Sandra Bowley, author of this awesome Asexual Perspectives 47 Asexual Real Life Stories book, and the link below is in the description. So, yes, Fame, no sex movie review. So if you're new to this channel, you didn't already know, asexuality is a sexual orientation that is the lack of sexual attraction. In other words, as I'm a romantic asexual, I experience romantic attraction towards guys, but I experience no sexual attraction whatsoever. So I always try to look for movies that don't have sex in them, because personally I don't like sex, and that don't have nudity. So, and this is one of those what I like to call asexual films. It's got no asexual characters in it that I know of exactly, but there is no sex in the movie. However, there is one scene where a guy tries to get it on with one of the girls who's already with someone, so who's an actress. So basically in Fame, if you didn't know, Fame is a very old film, and they've reinvented it, if you like, for the modern the modern day. And in this, basically, there is a performing arts. So it's a New York City's high school of performing arts. And they have musicians go there, they have actors go there, actors, actresses, and dancers. And so basically, this is a place that a group of people go together and get together to live their dreams. And so what the movie's about very much is it's got different threads of different storylines of how these people are basically all come together to audition to go to this performing arts school. And like I said, some are actors and actresses, some are dancers, and some are musicians. And so there's quite a lot of different threads going on in this movie. I found this movie was much more story based and a lot less dancing than I expected. You know, there wasn't so much dancing. And one thing I was disappointed about is the theme tune. The Fame theme tune is not actually the finale theme tune in the movie, right? It's when they play the, you know, when the final movie's finished and they're kind of playing that little bit where they just show a bit of the dancing, you know, kind of like a bit more of the like aftermath of like finishing the movie, where they've just got those, you know, like credits coming up and they're, you know, they've just got little bits of dancing and stuff like that. It was on there, and it is on the extended scenes edition, you know, on the Blu-ray. But in terms of the actual film itself, the final dance is like an African dance, and they didn't have the Fame theme tune going through it. And all the time I was waiting for this theme tune to come on. I was waiting for like the famous Fame and for this woman to sing it at the end, and she doesn't actually sing it. You know, you don't see her singing it in the movie, the actual movie itself. You only see it afterwards. So I was quite disappointed about that. It's like, but Fame is the most ultimate song, and I thought they were going to have all this kind of like really amazing dancing where they jump off and shout Fame, and it didn't actually happen in the movie itself. So I thought it was very disappointing. Also, like I said, there wasn't as much dancing as I expected. It was very much a lot of little storylines of different people's lives whilst they're at this performing arts school. So she is like a really popular dancer. She's like the main dancer there, and she gets with this guy who does who mixes tracks basically, and who's a sound producer. And in the end, they split up when she goes and gets, you know, like she comes from a wealthy background, so she's different to him because he's like a street kid. And you know, and in the end, she gets accepted to this best dance school, performing arts school in the country, I think it is, I don't know if it's in the world or country, but anyway. And so basically, when she goes off, she just basically stops being his girlfriend just like that. And I thought that was a bit sad. And then some of the other storylines that's being interwoven. This girl here, she comes from very strict parents, and they paid for her to go to this school of performing arts and to do piano lessons and like classical music, like jazz and that. But she's really, really good at singing. And her parents don't allow her to do anything outside of what they want her to do, particularly her father. And so this guy in the movie whose basically father left his mother when he was young, and when his mother was pregnant with the sister, and his sister died young. So there's a character called Malik, and this is basically who she gets to befriend. And this guy is got really big, he's good at acting, but he's very good at rapping, that's his thing. But because of the he lives with his mum and his sister died young, he's got a lot of problems and anger issues going on. So the guy who's actually in charge of like the drama and acting, he's trying to get out, he's trying to get this guy to come out of his shell and say, how did it make you feel, the experience that you've had in your life, and to use that in terms of your acting, because he's good at acting and rapping. So but you find that a lot of people in this, their parents, some of the parents disapprove. Eventually this woman's really good, she does actually go ahead and become a really good singer in the end, and the guy she's been friended does the rapping while she does like the really high octane singing. So they do go really well together. They're not actually, I don't think they're actually a couple, they're meant to be really close friends, I think, but they came across as a couple partway through the movie. But she said to her parents that they're just friends. But yeah, I did think it was good. I thought it had a lot of variety in it, but I just thought it was a lot of little threads of stories rather than one massive storyline, if you know what I mean. And it was a little bit not as exciting as some movies I've seen, especially for dance. I was expecting a lot more dancing in this than there was. And so there's this other storyline where this girl is so desperate to be an actress that basically she takes this opportunity with this guy to go and audition for part in his show or film or something, and he takes her to the trailer park, and basically her boyfriend said that he's looking to hook up with you. It's not about your acting skills, about looking to hook up. But she's like stubborn, going, oh, aren't my acting skills any good enough? And anyway, so she goes to this guy's trailer, and he basically kisses her and tries to do more to her. But luckily you don't see anything more. You just see him trying to kiss her and trying to put his whole body on her, which obviously is not a pleasant scene. But she gets him off. She gets out there. She apologizes to her boyfriend, but her boyfriend splits up with her because, he can't trust her. But towards the end of the movie, they do get together again. So that was really good. So I liked the drama teacher in this. The drama teacher was absolutely amazing. I thought I've seen him in some other movies, but I can't remember which ones. But I thought he was a very good drama teacher. He came across as really authentic, really real. Like, you could feel his words were actually his own. You would think he would say them in real life, and they were definitely him. Whereas I thought a lot of the other ones were playing characters. I actually felt like even though a lot of people, when on this extended edition, they go behind the scenes and they do a lot. They do these quick talks with the actors and actresses, and you find out with these quick talks with the actors and actresses that actually a lot of these people who played the characters are very similar to their characters in real life. But the drama teacher, I was just so in awe of his kind of essence and being in his role. I thought he was incredible. I thought he's the best actor out of the whole lot. He's an older guy, but he's just so good. I felt he was really powerful. The way he took his glasses off, he was so in character. The way he used his words to persuade people to get out their comfort zone and to experience emotions and being present as the character they're playing. I just thought it was incredible. I thought it was very, very convincing. And so if you like a film that's got lots of different threads, lots of different storylines going together, to like as a group, I think you'd like this movie. You know, again, it's got no sex in it. There is one scene, like I said, this guy's kissing this girl and trying to force himself on top of her to kiss her more, but you don't actually see, he doesn't take her clothes off. You don't see any sex scenes or anything like that. It's just what's implied would have happened if she hadn't got free of him. And so yeah, and there's one guy, it's a little bit sad because there's one guy who literally doesn't, he gets through all his, he graduates, but at the end of the day, the teacher said to him he's not going to be good enough to actually go on and get another job. So but he'd be good as a teacher. So he's going back home to take over his mum's dance studio. But there's a part in it where he looks like he's going to throw himself under a train. That was quite dramatic. I honestly thought he was going to do it as well. But luckily he was saved. So from doing so. So yeah. But, you know, it is a good movie. I really particularly like this girl's storyline because you could see her character developing throughout the film from kind of like more of a pianist, kind of like reserved person to really coming into her own. And she has got an amazing voice. I mean, she's really good. And I love the rapping in the movie. The rapping was incredible. I actually like rapping and like, you know, like street music. I love all that type of thing. And she was offered in the movie, she was offered lots of contract. Well, she was offered a contract, whereas a guy she'd befriended, who is the rapper, who and who in the end later raps with her, and he co-produces the music for her with this guy who's actually originally the boyfriend of her. So she's working with two guys. She gets offered a record contract in her own right, and the producer guy says, you know, it's good, but it's not. Basically, it's not. She's the one that makes it good, but she says she is not leaving behind the two guys. She's not. You know, she's either going as a package to get a record deal. She's not going at all. So you actually see her being really brave and strong. And throughout the movie, you actually see towards the end of the movie, they do actually get to do the rapping with her amazingly singing as well. And you get to do, you know, you get to have the other guy producing the music, and they've got a whole band behind them in the end. So you kind of know that they're really successful because they've got, you know, they've basically gone their own way rather than going the record producer way. They've decided to do their own thing and can still make it. And so this film is very much about living your dreams. It's very much about believing in yourself no matter what. And, you know, even if you face adversity, to continue pursuing your dreams and go relentlessly after them, relentlessly, and not to the point where you are literally compromising yourself, but so that you're keeping your integrity, you're being courageous, and you're knowing that you can go on your own way if you need to and still succeed. I thought that was a really strong, powerful message, you know, that everyone needs to hear, right? Because not every path is where others should lead, exactly, because we're all different, we're all individuals, right? And sometimes what works for one person is not going to work for another. So it's really very important that you understand that you can achieve your dreams, even if it seems impossible now, and even if you do not know how. Just keep believing in you and keep going for your goals, ambitions, and dreams, right? It's a very, very important message, and I totally believe in it. I hope you've enjoyed this film review. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. I would watch it. It is worth a watch. I paid £2 for this from Poundland. It's worth it for £2, definitely. Yeah, I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video live stream. Take care, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that great big bell icon. And I'll see you soon on the next video live stream. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.